Letting number 8660, asphalt overlay, Terminal 1 exit runways at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. We have one bid. Gurchinson Construction Company, Inc., GERSHENSON, Construction Company, Inc. Total base bid, $282,882.12. 282,882.12. Alternate number 1, add 10,000. With the low bidder, please meet with Miss Bryant in the hallway. Thank you.
Miss Bryant. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is not present. Director Wilson.
Here.
Director Hayes is not present. Director Augustin.
Here.
Director Moore.
Here.
Director Edwards.
Here.
And President Bradley.
Here we have a quorum. I call in meeting order.
From the President, plans and specifications for letting number 8665, Terminal 1 Garage, Brown Level Drive, lane reinforcement at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. Contract and bond for letting number 8658, 2018 concrete roadway spot slab repairs at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. Addendum number 1 for the plans and specifications for letting number 8663, improvements to the O'Fallon Park Boathouse, project number R2014-87147, St. Louis, Missouri. Supplemental agreement number 2 to PSA number 1135, construction, supervision, and material testing for reconstructions of Taxiway Delta from runway 624 to Taxiway Romeo, to reconstruction of Taxiway Echo from Taxiway Papa to Taxiway Luma, and the removal of Taxiway November between runway 12L through 30R and Taxiway Echo for Lambert St. Louis International Airport. A memorandum of understanding for city infrastructure projects supported by St. Louis Development Corporation to establishing the framework and parameters for the cooperation of activities between Board of Public Service and St. Louis Development Corporation regarding city infrastructure projects with an economic development component. Appendix number 1 to the Memorandum of Understanding for City Infrastructure Projects supported by the St. Louis Development Corporation for the project plan, Hall Street Improvements Phase 1 from East Grand to Adelaide, project number STP 5404603. From the Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits for charter communications be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Starting at existing charter telephone pole at the rear easement pole line of 6400 Murdoch in the alleyway between Murdoch and Nottingham on Childress. Charter would like to place a vault in the sidewalk in Board East 298 feet, adding a vault in the corner of church parking lot at alleyway. Our work to be in compliance to be completed on private property. Fiber conduit to be placed will be 36 counts, all fiber to be placed in a 2-inch conduit. Starting in the alley behind 2020 Washington, placing a manhole over existing cable feeding 2020 Washington. From there, bore or cut 580 feet east to St. Charles, placing manhole behind 1900 Washington. From there, cut over to the building 50 feet inner back of building. Starting at existing charter vault on sidewalk at North First and Lucas. Bore west 375 feet towards North 2nd, placing the vault on the sidewalk. Bore north on North 2nd, 21 215 feet, placing another vault in front of 712 North Second, where they will enter into the building. All work to be completed on private property. Starting at pole and alley across from 4950 Lindell, riser down and bore west 100 feet, set pedestrian next to pole, and then bore southwest to private property at 100 Kings Highway. All work to be done on private property. Starting at the existing charter manhole at the intersection of 9th and Olive, boring north on 9th Street, 173 feet, then turning east and boring 20 feet into private property of 815 Olive. All fiber, 48 count to be placed, will be in a 2-inch conduit. Install underground coax cable to a customer at 3830 South Grand. Cut 2 feet by 2 feet pothole at the base of the pole in the rear of 3441 Keokuk. Bore in a westward direction 195 feet towards Arkansas. Bore an additional 55 feet under Arkansas. From the east side right-of-way to the west side right-of-way, and set a vault in the grass on the customer side of sidewalk. Bore in a northbound direction parallel with the sidewalk 67 feet and enter the building. Install underground coax cable to customer at 3445 Bent. Cut a 2 feet by 2 feet pothole at the base of pole in the rear of 4625 Potomac. Bore in a westward direction 22 feet toward Bent. Bore an additional 40 inches under Bent for an east side right-of-way to the west side right-of-way. The remaining 90 feet bore shot will be on the customer's property, where charter will set a vault in the grass. Install underground coax cable to customer at 300 Russell. Cut, remove, and replace the one section square of sidewalk that holds the existing vault directly in front of 300 Russell. Place cable and conduit from the front face of customer's property under the sidewalk pad and into existing vault. Bore an additional 46 feet on private property of 300 Russell in a southbound direction parallel with the sidewalk up South 3rd Street. Starting at existing charter telephone pole, placing vault at the base of pole in the alleyway of 5845 Devonshire, boring east 530 feet. Place a vault in the sidewalk of Sulphur and bore south 480 feet, adding a vault at the corner of Murdoch and Hampton sidewalk. From there, charter will bore east 65 feet, where they will place another vault to enter the private property at 4700 Hampton. All work to be completed on private property. All fiber to be placed will be in a 2-inch conduit. Joint recommendation that the following MCI Metro access permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and handholds for new fiber, starting at new handhold located near 3435 Shoto. Place a new fiber in the existing conduit and manholes heading west for 6,750 feet. At this location, place new handhold located at 4301 Manchester. From this new handhold, continue placing new fiber in existing conduit west for 1,330 feet. At this point, place new handhold located at 4485 Manchester. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and handholds for new fiber, starting at new manhole located at 408 North Euclid. Bore and place new conduit and fiber south for 890 feet. At this point, place new handhold located at 4653 Persian Place. From handhold, continue placing south for 800 feet. At this point, place new handhold near 220 225 North Euclid. From this point, continue placing south for 1,055 feet. At this point, place new handhold located at 25 North Euclid. At this point, continue placing south for 1,200 feet. At this point, place new handhold located at 4921 Parkview Place. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and handholds for new fiber starting at existing manhole located near 2903 Sullivan. From this manhole, place fiber through existing conduit and manholes heading north for 1,480 feet. At this point, place a new handhold located near 2905 Harper. From this new handhold, continue placing fiber in existing conduit and manholes heading north for 1,150 inches at this manhole located at near 2905 Kasuth. Continue placing new fiber through existing conduit and manholes heading west for 3,745 to manhole located at 3945 Kasuth. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and handholds for new fiber starting at existing manhole located near 3945 Kasuth. Bore and place new conduit with fiber north for 780 feet to this point. Place new handhold located at 4167 Warning. From this new handhold, continue north for 920 feet. At this point, place new handhold located near 4335 Warning. Joint recommendation that the following permits for AT&T be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Start at the rear 5020 Arsenal at the corner of Hereford and Kemper and bore and place 1 fiber cable south 1 inch in front of sidewalk in the grass for 255 feet, crossing Hereford and turn west across Kemper for 300 feet, leaving city right away at the customer location of 5,000 Kemper. Starting at existing handhold at the front of 4601 Plan Industrial Drive, bore east across Plan Industrial Drive 75 feet and enter private property at 4610 Plan Industrial Drive. Joint recommendation that permit for XTNet Systems, Inc. from existing utility pole across 3601 Scott 5 feet to proposed handhold. This is a standard 36 by 24 by 24 polymer concrete handhold assembly. Quasi dimension handhold box is 33 1/8 inch long by 21 1/2 inch wide by 21 inch deep. Joint recommendation that the following permits for Union Electric doing business in Ameren, Missouri be approved subject to certain conditions. To construct new conduit facilities approximately 4,200 linear feet of open trench construction at 4th Street between Market and Spruce, Walnut between Broadway and Memorial, and Clark between Broadway and 4th Street. Replace pole and set new pad mount transformer. Customer to bore 88 feet of 4-inch conduit crossing Vista. Ameren will then pull 3 2AL primary cable through conduit. Joint recommendation to permit for Melissa McCoy to encroach with underground pipe for electrical service from house to Ameren pole at 1931 South Compton be approved subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Utilities and Public Safety, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. New Solution Development LLC for a boundary adjustment at 2310 through 12 Pestalozzi in City Block 1972. Discovery Pier Land Holding LLC to subdivide land at 11050 and 11110 Riverview in City Block Outlot 121. MoDOT to subdivide land at 2222 through 26 Gasconade in City Block 2617. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Streets, an ordinance to conditionally vacate a 7 feet by approximately 288 .68-foot section of sidewalk right-of-way on the north side of Forest Park Avenue, abutting City Block 3919 East, is bounded by Laclede Spring, Forest Park Avenue, Vandeventer, and adjacent to 3763 Forest Park Avenue. Mass Tequila Cantina to encroach with Sidewalk Cafe, 5 tables and 20 chairs, utilizing 160 square feet with liquor at 708 North 2nd Street. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of of Parks, Recreation, and Forestry. Recommendation that permit for Kathy Dillon to encroach with Iron Memorial Bench at 4041 Floral Place Parkway be denied. The applicant will go through the Memorial Bench program where they can purchase one of the benches and plaques that Park Department will install. From the Director of Public Safety. Recommendation that the following festival zones be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Cinco de Mayo Vivo at 4100 Neosha between Gravois and Vermin, May 5th, 2018. And Twain Fest, 3509 Limp, curbside parking only for food truck parking, June 6th through 9th, 2018. Fair Life Chances Outreach on North 9th between Madison and Taylor, August 5th, 2018. Trap Run, 5K, Northside Community Housing, Inc., Turner Park and Run Route, Dr. Martin Luther King in North Sarah, south of Sarah to Washington, east to Vandeventer, north to St. Louis Avenue, west to North Sarah, south to Finish Line at Dr. Martin Luther King in North Sarah, August 26, 2018. Cardinal Glennon Sun Run, Ballpark Village and surrounding streets, September 30th, 2018.
I'd like to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, April 24th, 2018. Are there any questions or comments on the meeting minutes as presented?
I move to approve the minutes from last week.
Second.
Moved and second for approval of last week's minutes. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie?
Aye.
Director Wilson?
Aye.
Director Hayes is not present. Director Augustin?
Abstain.
Director Moore?
Aye.
Director Edwards? And President Bradley.
Aye, the minutes are approved. Today's agenda, questions or comments on the agenda? Seeing now, I'll take a motion, please.
I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Moved and second for approval of today's agenda. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie?
Aye.
Director Wilson?
Aye.
Director Hayes is not present. Director Augustin?
Aye.
Director Moore?
Aye.
Director Edwards? And President Bradley.
Aye, today's agenda is approved. Motion for adjournment, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.